Don't blink. It's your boy Ink. Welcome to another video of the show. Guys are doing well because I'm having a wonderful 30th of September. We're doing the season 3, episode 1 and 2 of Dexter. So grab a seat, grab some popcorn, grab a monster, not a sponsor, and just join me. So season 2, we established that the Code of Larry was a no good piece of crap, and that this didn't have to follow him. So, and Dexter season 3, it is only normal that we use this to an advantage. We use this narratively to be interesting. So, since we don't follow the Code of Larry, what if the first victim, the first killee, was an innocent person? Right? And episode number 1 is kind of cool because Dexter is trying so hard to establish that this person that he killed was a bad guy. He's trying to dig up some files on him. Okay, he has to be a bad guy. I killed him. And it just goes to show that Dexter didn't kill a lot of people that weren't deserving. Didn't kill a lot of people that were innocent. And he did follow through with the Code of Larry for the very longest, for the most he could. And it doesn't serve a huge purpose in the story. Okay, I have to check for 2050. It doesn't serve a huge purpose in the story. However, it does serve a small purpose. And that small purpose is, although he gave up on the Code of Larry, he does not justify himself. Now, sadly, the person he killed was the brother of a person much higher grade than him, a better police officer. Now, the thing with Dexter victim so far, and I had to check back, but they're not connected to anybody special. They're lone wolves. They're doing their own thing. They're killing. It's a lot of people that aren't. It's almost as if it's so weird. How can I say that? It's almost as if Dexter took them by luck. There's a Code of Larry, but all of them didn't have. Like the person he killed was Dokes. He didn't kill him. Leela did. So the fact that this kid brother is a DA, actually a good investigator and a good police officer, pushes Dexter in a corner. Okay, well this guy could get me. This guy could really get me. Now we have the Code of Larry. Are we still following it? Are we not following it? And the fact with it, it's so nice because you've been following this code forever. And even if you don't follow the code, it's like if you're being religious your whole life and then you stop believing. Well, the teaching of God, the teaching of religion will still be there because they're part of who you are. The Code of Larry is part of who Dexter is, and because it's part of who Dexter is, then when it comes time to act as a different person, he can because all his life he's been following that code. Episode number 2, Rita is pregnant, and the whole episode is like, should we put this baby? Should we have this baby? Should we do this? Should we do that? Should we do that? Etc. And Dexter is like, okay, well, what do I have? Is it genetical? Is it hereditary? Sorry, because we know that Brian had the same thing. Was it because it was a gene passed down, or because they spent those days in a container full of blood? And we don't know that. And with the thing with the Dexter, he doesn't want to put a baby in the world, if it's to be like him. Which does, if you read between the lines, if you go into a bit of a shrink mode, it does mean that Dexter doesn't really like himself. It could be that, right? Which again takes us away from the sociopath. Long story short, once again, we have the whole episode trying to push, are we gonna have it, or we're not gonna have it, and then Rita will become badass. I had this huge problem with Rita. At times Rita feels super interesting. At times she feels boring. At times she feels like almost this main character. Sometimes she doesn't, and she finally takes her guts and say, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'll have this baby. If you want to be part of his life, it's your choice. I will not force you. Which is very strong, independent to say. And that's about it. That's the episode. So a lot of talk. We're getting a new police officer, which is Quinn. And you know what? Quinn seemed like a cool dude. I like his character. However, it does feel like, for example, last season they brought in Lundy, right? It does feel like they're constantly trying to put in a character. And if we do that, it's because, for example, if I'm selling you some chicken, and I'm constantly having to tell you, hey, we had this, I don't have a faith in it. So, do the creator of the show, the director of the show, thinks this crew is too small or not interesting enough for us to be like, hey, I care about them. But then again, we lost Lundy from last season, and we lost Dokes. So, the no one are Debbie, Angel, Masuka, La Guerra, and Dexter. That's it. It's a small team. Gwen so far, they seem like a homie. Angel got a promotion, which means he's in charge of a lot of people. I prefer Angel a lot to Lagerta. I'm sorry, the fact that she slept with the other girl's boyfriend just to make her go crazy, it's too much for me. It's too much for me. And it's too much for me in a show of Killer, so just to tell you. Yeah. That's pretty much it. We're gonna see how it goes. I feel bad for Deb. Deb's such an interesting character, but she's chasing a shield. She's really chasing a shield. And it sucks. It sucks because Deborah character over the season. Deborah is a complicated character. Deborah over the season, she seemed like she's growing. I'm at season 3 already, so I know my shit. Deborah, she seemed like she wants to grow. She seemed like she has this self-confidence issues. And yeah, you're like, holy shit, what can I do to help her? And then you realize that she doesn't grow, she doesn't evolve as a character. Like, since season 1, she's still aiming for it, she's still ambitious, which is great. But if you're ambitious all the time and you don't have some... She had a promotion, she's the main team. And then season 1, what improvement did she get in season 2? Let's see. With season 3, she's chasing a shield, which is phenomenal. But we already had that shield before. So, that being said, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.